Good morning all. It's a holiday in the US today and things will be a bit quiet, I guess, but I'm going to do a quick update just to keep you abreast of what I'm thinking about today, apart from having a little slower day, a sort of a day of rest. So let's have a look at what's going on in the news on this very quiet day. Juneteenth, stock market pause precedes potential end of week trading flurry. End of week trading flurry could be up, could be down. What investors need to know, you can go and check this out on MarketWatch, a good source of information. Let's see what's going on over at CNBC, not one that I watch too often, but here's an interesting point. UK inflation falls to Bank of England's 2% target ahead of elections, also ahead of their rate cuts announcement, which is on Thursday. Expected widely to hold rates as they are, but we may see a rate cut, who knows? Certainly not an increase. And going across to Reuters, Putin's in North Korea, Indian heat waves and so on. And there was an article on NVIDIA, which I thought was interesting as well. There's an article in the Wall Street Journal, and the headline is, NVIDIA's ascent to the most valuable company has echoes of the dot-com boom. We know what happened straight after the dot-com boom with companies like Cisco. So although NVIDIA is incredibly bullish right now, it is obviously due for a big pullback or a substantial correction of some sort. Anyway, there's not a lot going on in the news, so let's go and have a look at the charts. I put nothing on X this morning, so all quiet there. You can go and check out the videos from yesterday on natural gas and the live stream. And also, if you're not subscribed to this channel, now is a good time to do so before we go and have a look at the charts. So let's take 2 minutes to go through the charts. We've talked about this in the live stream extensively, and we talked about natural gas yesterday. We talked about the dollar index stuck in this range for over a year. Same thing with the euro, just sideways across the chart and very few high probability trades. We're short on the dollar yen and the euro yen. We talked about that. One of my most frustrating trades over the last year or so. But I think we're going to see the end of this continued rally and push up at some point. There are lots of rumors and noise in the markets about that going on. Going across to stocks, well, NASDAQ and S&P, new all-time high closes again. NVIDIA right up there, what a massive rally. Thousands of percent really since the lows. And DAX is coming off a bit, Apple a little bit down, Tesla a little bit down. Generally, I'm pretty bullish on Apple and Tesla. That's why I've got these two charts here. And the NASDAQ and the S&P, I'm looking for a turnaround and a pullback. But we're long on Bitcoin. That bounced nicely. A bit of a V-shaped recovery on Bitcoin. We've got longs right from these bottoms here, looking for a move up to about 92 and maybe 104,000. Same on gold. We're long on gold. We had a big bullish rally on gold, holding up nicely on this day chart. And I'm not sure if you're going to get this right hand shoulder forming. We've now broken out of there and holding up rather surprisingly well. It's good news because we're bullish, but I'm still allowing for a move down to this shallower trend line, having broken this much steeper one. Bear in mind, we've got this long-term trend line still, and there's still a possibility that we may have to retest this breakout point here where this red block is, just above 2,000. So it is possible we could get a move down there sometime in the future, but there'd have to be a certain set of economic situations to precipitate that. And then silver, I've got nothing, but it looks like it's trying to base here off this 50-period moving average. We'll see how this goes. I'm not particularly excited about trading silver at these levels long, and I'll wait for a much deeper dip. Same thing on copper. Now that we've broken down through this trend line, and you know that we've broken down through a lot of trend lines and channel lines and only to be trapped, not us, but the market in general, could be happening here with copper too. Trying to form a base on the daily chart. Two spike lows. The second low yesterday lower than the previous one, which is good. And then pushing up today up towards this channel line. This would be a good test to see if we can break up and close back inside the channel and then above the 50 and the 20 period moving average on copper. And that would give us an inclination that this market could move higher. And then natural gas, well, we're long on this. I did a video on this yesterday. I'll link that at the end of this video. Go and check that out. So far, so good and holding up nicely. We've got to get up through this order block and the 50-period moving average. We're long on sugar as long as we're above this 20-period moving average. So far, so good. We're long on URA and long on UEC. We actually got another piece of UEC right down at the bottom here. And that's pretty good news because it's rallied up sharply. Another V-shaped recovery. And then WTI, we're short. That's just starting to turn down at this channel line. And if we go to the day chart, you can see actually that's a pretty good area to sell. We're already short from quite close by. But I'm tempted if we just get up a little higher, maybe up to 81.5, the underside here in the top of the order block, or even 84.5, which would take us up to where we originally started selling WTI. I think we're going to try and hold below here though. And the most interesting story of all of them is the South African Rand. And this chart moving down means the Rand strengthening against the dollar. One moving down means the Rand strengthening against the pound. We sold right at the top here. It's a fantastic story. I saw that this election was going to turn out pretty well. I saw it on the charts and we immediately sold once we got that gap down over the weekend and these charts started to move down. Unfortunately, we've got out of this trade position, but these will rebounce at some point and I'll look to get back in to the short side on a decent retracement back up again. Well, I hope that's a useful summation of what's going on. Have a great Juneteenth. And once again, please subscribe to the channel and give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this. Take care.